All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to William Kazira Alumni Field for tonight's playoff game between your Notre Dame Prep Fighting Irish and the Detroit Denby Tars. It's a cold one. It's a windy one. There's a good chance I move into the coordinator's booth to get away from the wind sometime today. But with that being said, your Notre Dame Prep Fighting Irish are about to take the field. Detroit Denby showed up right as warm-up time expired, so they're getting ready right now. But on the way are the Fighting Irish. Last week, they defeated Hazel Park 59-0. Kept Hazel Park from getting a first down until the fourth quarter when their second strings were in. And most importantly, got another win to keep moving in the playoff race. Detroit Denby comes in with a very different story. They defeated Southeastern last week by a score of 18-16. But here they come. Led by senior Brody Sink. He's committed to Miami of Ohio for football. Last year he played only as a linebacker. This year added wide receiver to his repertoire. Has been doing phenomenal at both. On the Detroit Denby side, they've got quite the defense they put together. Linebackers Teron Bush and Demarion Pruitt have combined for over 90 tackles, 20 tackles for a loss, 13.5 sacks, and 2 interceptions, as well as Kenneth McClinton, the defensive end, who leads the state in sacks. So a very dangerous team that the Irish are going up against tonight. Rolled into town just a little bit late, so finishing up their warm-ups as the Irish are already out, getting ready for the anthem. So we will be on there ready. But nonetheless, Irish had a commanding victory last week against Hazel Park. Had enough time to stop by and catch the Southeastern versus Detroit Denby game. I talked to some of the players. They said, we're confident. We've got all the momentum going our way. The ball is really in our court here today. And we know if we just keep playing good Irish football, we're going to walk out of here with a win and heading on to next week.
Good evening. The MHSAA and Notre Dame Prep welcomes you.
With that being said, when you're going up against a defense that has these many tackles, you look at Demarion Pruitt, 70, Teron Bush, 21, Malik Mobley, their safety, 57, Travion Bush, 12 tackles with 4 interceptions, Doron Jennings, 23 tackles, Tyree Robinson, 37. All over this defense are just some big tacklers, some strong players. I have 12 viewers. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're just about to get started here. So Sam Stowe, on the season so far, 2,065 passing yards, 31 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions. Last season he had 2,751 and 37. So if he keeps going on this run he's been going on, we could see him usurp the huge record he set last year. As our captains are sitting at midfield, you're going to have to hang with us for a little bit as we are getting ready to get started. But it's chilly, it is windy, it's November, and we're finally getting into some winter football. Luckily, the student section theme was winter, so I'm bundled up pretty nice. If you caught it in the pregame show, which I hope has uploaded, you will see that I had a ski helmet, but we're about to get our national anthem.
By the Notre Dame Prep Marching Band, under the direction of Miss Claire Savota-Ford.
All right, so great national anthem there from the Notre Dame Prep marching band as our captain's sitting at midfield about ready to get the game underway. So just to give you guys a brief recap of the season for the Irish in case you haven't caught up. They currently stand in the finish the regular season at 7-2, I believe, with a huge win over Hudsonville Unity Christian, a very good team, very hard-fought game from the Irish and all the way across the state in Hudsonville. Last week, with all the momentum going their way, they took on Hazel Park and absolutely blew them out of the water. The Irish got off to a quick start with a safety on the first play of the game and really didn't look back. They got the ball on the safety punt, went down and scored, got the ball again on a turnover, went down and scored. They were up 45-0 in what seemed like the blink of an eye. Starters were out at the start of the second half. They went and tacked on another 2 more scores. Final score was 59-0. Then you take a look at the other end. You take a look at Detroit Denby. Last week they played Southeastern in really a nail-biter. They won that game 18-16. So 2 very different squads coming into this week. We'll see. It looks like the Irish are going to kick here.
Won the toss and elected to receive the ball.
So Detroit wins the toss, elects to receive. Detroit Denby, the Tars. So it did rain last night and this morning. So a little soggy up here in the press box, or atop the press box, but regardless, we're making the most of it. So back to return in a bit of an odd formation, very shallow formation. Number 7, Daron Jennings. Next to him is Kenneth McClinton. So will be Kenneth McClinton all the way back to receive. The kickoff from Owen Fulcher and the Irish special teams unit. Coming out on offense, most likely, will be the Tars. They're averaging 30.9 points per game, 168 rushing yards per game, and 156 passing yards per game. So one of the more balanced offenses that Notre Dame has gone up against so far this year. We see Coach Fox fill their schedule with a lot of guys and a lot of teams that are extremely run-heavy. Owen Fulcher here to kick. Nice arcing kick. Bounces at the 10, fielded by McClinton at his own 5-yard line. To the 5, puts a stutter step, and going to be brought down by the Irish special teams at the 5.
42,
Logan Tuttle on the tackle there, first man down for the Irish. McClinton went for the stutter step as he tried to pull a little something out. The Irish defense converging there, so the Irish going to need to swarm to the ball and make some tackles here. In at quarterback, I can just get a quick view. I believe it will be number 0, Christopher Kendrick. We're just going to double check right now. So far he's got 2 in the backfield, 2 to his right, and 1 to his left now coming off the field. So it is Kendrick in the backfield, out of the shotgun, in motion. Takes the snap. Going to be a run out to the right side. Going to be brought down. That was a run to Trayvon Cottrell, who has 6 receptions for 90 yards and 2 touchdowns. Brought down there, gain of about 1, just barely eking past the line of scrimmage. Owen Fulcher there with the tackle.
Going to bring up a 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8. I had a pen, I believe I misplaced it. So Owen Fulcher already with a tackle so far. 13 tackles and 13 assists on the season, leads the Irish in interceptions. Irish showing a little bit of pressure here. Christopher Kendrick, 2 to his right, 2 to his left. Going to be a flag on the play. Hit as he throws. Intended for number 5, Travion Bush. Guarded there by number 9,
Detroit Denby.
Ashton Gust. False start on Detroit Denby, going to back him up even more. 2nd and 8, probably now going to be more like 2nd and 13. They were sitting on their own 9-yard line. Bringing that back. However, penalty is going to be declined, so 3rd and 8 now.
Going to bring up 3rd and 8.
And this Irish defense has been rock solid over the past couple of games. 12 turnovers on the season, allowing on average 23.6 points per game. Kendrick has 2 to his right, 2 to his left. In the backfield, Tyree Robinson. Irish showing pressure. Takes a snap, dropping back, looking, going to throw it, and brought down.
Pass completed to number 4.
Owen Fulcher there on the tackle. Malik Mobley on the catch. Anthony Tartaglia with some immediate pressure there. Out comes the punt squad for the Tars. So Irish defense, again, showing how strong they've been, not only over the past couple of games, highlighted like last week against Hazel Park, didn't allow a first down until nearly the fourth quarter. Back to punt. Believe that's Trayvon Cottrell. Although we do have a flag on the play, looking like it might be a false start. We will see. It is a legal substitution by Detroit Denby. I've watched a lot of football in my life. I still don't understand that rule. So I'm going to back them up even more. Going to be 4th and 11 from the 6-yard line.
You sub out the ref, on offense, the ref will go like this, and it allows the defense to also make a sub.
And now another flag on Detroit Denby. So a sloppy start for Denby. We saw this last week with Hazel Park when they let up a safety on the very first play of the game. Could be some nerves setting in as they take a timeout. Now that we're into daylight savings, or really daylight takings, we are fully engaged in Friday Night Lights. No sunsets for me to comment on. It's a little cloudy, so no moon either. I'll keep everybody posted. So now back at the 6-yard line is Denby going to punt. Correction, that punter is, I believe, number 4, Malik Mobley. Deep is Ben Laperoto. Snap, the kick. Nearly blocked, just a little flopper. Ben going to call that poison, trying to get it to roll out a little further past the 30, 35. Still rolling. Irish are going to start at the 47-yard line. So out comes Sam Stowe in this Irish offense that has been absolutely electric recently.
Ball's going to be placed on the 38-yard line.
Sorry, 38-yard line, not 48. So Sam Stowe, like I mentioned in the pregame, just over 2,000 passing yards with 31 touchdowns. So Stowe in the shotgun has Tartaglia to his left, 2 to his left. Roa comes in motion, make that a bunch to his right. Going to be a handoff to Tartaglia. Tartaglia brought down behind the line of scrimmage there. Number 50, Demarion Burrows with the tackle. That's his 20th of the season, his 10th tackle for a loss. So run game looking a little dicey here for the Irish with a team that gets this much penetration into the zone. Stowe out of the shotgun. Still Tartaglia has 1 to his right and 2 to his left. Takes a snap, looking. Getting a little bit of pressure, has some time to sit. Going to throw that in the direction of Blake Whidden. Whidden guarded there by number 10, Demarion Pruitt. That is the outside linebacker. 70 tackles on the season, 15 tackles for loss, and 10 sacks. So thrown in the direction. 3rd and 15 for the Irish. So it looks like they are going to go in man coverage, wisely electing not to press Sink or Roa. But a nice play there by the Irish gets Detroit Denby to jump off sides. Chris Mitchell, they're guilty of the offsides penalty, going to give the Irish a little more breathing room. Now back to 3rd and 10. Just under 9 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Tied at 0. Stowe's going to have 2 to his right. My goodness, it is windy. Sink alone to his left, has a defender about 7 yards off of him. Tartaglia still in the backfield, taking the snap. Looking, got some pressure, throws to Whidden. Whidden fighting for some more yards. Just going to be short. Apologies, that's Drake Roa, not Blake Whidden. Trey Robinson there on the tackle. Or rather make that Tyree Robinson. Irish electing to go for it on 4th and 4 here. Spread formation, 2 to the left and 1 to the right. Irish trying to get him to jump off sides. Still going to have time to get a play call here. It's a coordinator on the sideline, Jason Whalen. So Stowe has Sink and Rowe out to his left. Tartaglia up the gut. Looks like that's going to be enough for a first down. Fighting for some more yards, trying to push the pile. Anthony Tartaglia runs it in for the first down. Just under 9 minutes now. First down Irish. So after what seemed like a little bit of a struggle to start the game, the Irish starting to fall in. Get a first down there. Off comes Blake Wooden. Stowe, very bunchy formation. Looks like they brought the jumbo package with Tartaglia in the backfield. In motion is Roa. Roa comes across the right side, takes the snap, handoff. Just kidding, going around to Ben Liparotto. Ben Liparotto turns on the Jets to the 20, 25, 10. Brought down at the 10-yard line. Faked the handoff to Anthony Tartaglia. Had Liparotto coming on the end around, puts on the Jets for a big gain and an Irish first down. Reaching into the bag of tricks. Ben Liparotto still on the field, so they've got both running backs on the field. So Tartaglia in the backfield, 2 to his right, 2 to his left. Catula and Liparotto to his left. Roa and Sink to his right. Getting the play call here from Jason Whalen. 1st and 10 from the Denby 12-yard line. Timeout called by the Irish.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
Looks like they had a little bit of miscommunication there, trying to get their offensive set figured out. But the Irish starting to drive. They had first play of the game was snuffed by the Denby defense, but now looking a little bit more in shape, more like the Irish offense we know, as they have 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. So Irish coming out of the timeout. Detroit Denby defense ready for them. Irish started at the 38-yard line, now stand at the 12-yard line. We're doing our notes with a Sharpie, less than ideal. But we persevere. 2 to the left, 1 to the right of Stowe, tackling the backfield. Pressure on the line, just swallowed there by the Denby defensive line. Kenneth McClinton, another tackle for loss. He now has 23.5 on the season, leads the state in sacks. Looks like they're going to bring the blitz here. Much like the Irish, if they're blitzing, they let you know, have a full front, have everybody lined up on the line and just run through. Looking like they're showing a little bit of pressure here again. Flag on the play, false start on the Irish. Stowe had 3 to his left and 1 to his right. False start called. 2nd and 10 from the 12-yard line. Now marching it back to a 2nd and 15. 7 minutes and 35 seconds left in the game. Irish have not scored. Neither has Denby's. We are knotted up at 0-0. The Irish in the red zone. Stowe has 2 to his left, 2 to his right. 1 in the backfield, that's Tartaglia. Takes the snap, handoff to Tartaglia. Tartaglia cuts through, up the middle, got room, breaks a tackle, brought down just the 5-yard line. Tartaglia had a gap there, got it tackled low, somersaulting to the 5-yard line. 3rd and 2 for the Irish, 5 yards out, 7 minutes remaining. So has 2 to his left, 1 to his right. Takes the snap. Another handoff to Tartaglia. Up the gut, cuts, gonna be brought down. Got to just about the line of scrimmage. Irish having a little bit of trouble getting past this Denby D line. Tyree Robinson there on the tackle, the cornerback, showing some pressure. Looks like they're bringing in the jumbo package. Blake Wooden subs out, Owen Fulcher subs on. Roa's going to be alone to the left. Looking like this is going to be press coverage. We'll see if Stowe throws a fade ball his way. Sink also alone to his right. 2 tight ends right on the line and Tartaglia in the backfield. Takes the snap. Handoff to Tartaglia. Tartaglia does not have it. Can be brought down. Turnover on downs. Flag on the play too. Looked like there was a bit of extracurriculars there.
There is a flag on the play.
So turnover on downs for the Irish. They stood at the Denby 7-yard line, elected not to kick a field goal, just go for it. Flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be going against the Irish, seeing as it looked like a Denby player was shoved down. So a drive that started at the 38-yard line goes all the way to the 7 and fizzles out as the Irish turn it over on downs. So
Personal foul,
unnecessary roughness on the Irish. Gonna march Denby way forward, getting a little bit of help there.
Gonna be 1st and 10 for Denby.
So 1st and 10 Denby. Standing now at the 22-yard line. Kendrick as the quarterback has one to his left, one to his right, and one in the backfield. Backfield, that's Mobley, comes around. It's now on the right side. Take the snap, high snap, getting some pressure. Looking, doesn't have anything, gonna try to flush this out, go to the side, and gonna be brought out of bounds about 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Owen Fulsher escorted him out of bounds and give him 2nd and 10 for the 22. Samso getting a little bit of tips here from the offensive coaching staff on the Irish sideline. Kendrick has one in the backfield, one to his right, one to his left, another on the line. They're going to try to get the Irish to jump off sides, and they will. So looking like it's going to be a pretty even matchup between these two teams tonight, going back and forth. As of right now, 6 minutes left. 2nd and 7 now for Denby after the 5-yard offsides penalty. Same formation. To the right is Travion Bush. To the left, I believe, is Teron Bush. Getting some love from the student section, always nice. Kendrick in the backfield with Mobley on his hip. Takes the snap, high snap, gonna catch it, gonna go down. So the snap was high. Kendrick did a good job tipping that up and grabbing it before any more harm could be done. Gonna be a loss of 7, so 3rd and 14. The student section looking much fuller than last week. Head of Student Affairs, Mr. Cater, offered 50 free tickets to the first 50 people in today, and it looks like that's working out pretty well. Kendrick has Robinson in the backfield, one to his right, one to his left. 3rd and 14 from their own 18. Irish showing pressure. Showing pressure, gonna throw that quick, gonna be brought in the direction of Travion Bush. Ashton Gus breaking that one up. They do not go against teams that pass all that much, but Ashton Gus is sticky in coverage. Did a great job breaking that one up. So out to punt again are the Tars. Ashton Gus did a great job breaking up that slant there in the direction of Travion Bush, forcing a Denby punt. Flag on the play. Looks like they're going to pick that flag up.
No flag on the play.
So flag initially on the play, picked up by the referee. 4th and 14, Ben Liparoto stands at the 45-yard line. So the snap, the kick is up, nearly blocked, still not a great putt. Colin Poison getting out of the way, that sits at the 35, rolls to the 36 or 7, where the Irish will take over. Irish their last possession ended with a turnover on downs, but they forced another Denby punt. 36-yard line is the starting mark for the Irish. Ideally, they get a little more on here. Tartaglia out, Liparoto in at running back. Stohet in the shotgun has 2 to his left, 1 to his right. Let's sink out to the right. It's a handoff up the gut to Liparoto. Liparoto had a gap, just barely brought down by the shoestring. If he wasn't caught there, he wouldn't have been caught at all. Probably could have run all the way to Warren County. So hurry up offense, bunch to the left of Stowe and one to the right. Takes the snap, looking left. Going up, has Sink wide open. 5, touchdown, Irish. They love that spacing formation right there. Blown coverage by the Tars. Brody Sink wide open. Waltzes in for the touchdown. The Irish lead 6-0. Great play there by the Irish. Great route running. The Irish lead. Out for the PAT is Owen Fulcher. Holder is Ashton Gust. Helped get the Irish in that position with the pass breakup. The snap, the hold, the kick is up. Good.
And the kick is good.
So Irish now lead it 7-0. On a 38-yard bomb from Stowe to Sink. That is Sink's. My goodness, this wind is eating me alive. That is Sink's 11th touchdown of the season, first of the day. He now ties Liparoto and Tartaglia for touchdowns on the team. They both are all at second. Roa leads with 15. So Kenneth McClinton standing at his own 10-yard line. Owen Fulcher here to kick. This wind is ramping up. There's a pretty good chance we head down. So should I go radio silent for a little bit? Just know that is what I am doing because it is really cold and windy. Fulcher kick low, line drive towards the left side of the field. Hits the 10. McClinton touched it. So bounce at the 5-yard line. McClinton looked like he tapped it. Hits the pylon, gonna be a touchback. Let's see what the ruling is here. Took a great bounce. Owen Fulcher has been absolutely lacing kicks this past couple weeks. Setting the Irish up pretty well in field position. That one just a little too far. Starting at the 20 are the Tars. That's one of those mascots. The Tars are one that you hear out of a lot of older schools. I have no idea what that is. Their logo, as you can see on the beautiful graphic I made, is an anchor. So if I had to guess, a tar is some sort of mariner. But alas, not too important. Kendrick in the backfield has 2 to his left and 1 to his right. Tyree Robinson in the backfield takes a snap, getting some pressure. That is almost picked by Owen Fulcher. Wow. If he picked that off, that's his 5th of the season. He's a baseball catcher. Showed off those quick hands there on an absolute bullet from Kendrick. Just barely missed that. 2nd and 10. Owen Fulcher has 4 interceptions on the season, leads the team in interceptions. Irish showing a little bit of pressure here, shifting on the line. Kendrick has 1 to his left and 1 to his right. Takes the snap a little bit high, immediately under pressure, breaks a tackle, looking, throwing, thrown in the direction of number 2, Trayvon Cottrell, but that one was way short, going to be 3rd and 10. Irish looking like they might be starting to figure this Denby offense out a little bit, making some big plays here. Lucas Bigelow there with a pressure. He had a big game last game, had a safety to start the game and an interception. Kendrick is alone in the backfield, has 3 to his left, 1 to his right. Make that 2 to his right. Alone in the backfield, looking like they're just going to bring some extra pass protection here. Flag on the play.
Delay of game.
Delay of game.
Denby.
on Detroit Denby. They took a lot of time there getting their subs on the field. Didn't leave enough time for the snap. So now 3rd and 10, now 3rd and 15 on their own 15-yard line. Same formation. Kendrick is alone in the backfield, has 3 to his left. 2 on his right, lined up on the line, looking like extra pass protection. Irish showing pressure here. Coming in motion. High snap, going to be a jet sweep, going to be brought down to the backfield. Irish read that the whole way. Brody Sink, Miami of Ohio commit, timed it perfectly. If he timed it any better, he probably would have picked off that toss. So loss of 5, 4th and 20 from their own 10-yard line, 4 minutes, 15 seconds, and the Tars are going to punt here. Their punts so far, they've been getting a lot of penetration on them, and they have not had much carry to them. So Ben Lipperotto standing now at the 35-yard line. Takes the snap, the kick is up. Almost blocked again. The Irish getting really close, and that bounces to the 25. Rolls to the 30, still rolling out to the 35. Going to be picked up at the 37-yard line. So Irish started in the same vicinity, despite somehow the Tars punting from 3 different yardages. Regardless, starting at the 36. I'm missing my pen right now. I had it, and then I didn't, and it's okay. Oh wait, never mind, I know what I did with it. The call made. Looks like they're gonna have a discussion with the Detroit Denby drumline. If I had to guess, just telling them they need to be a little quieter before the snap. Regardless, it's pretty loud in the environment anyways. I'm not sure the drumline makes that big of a difference. Sideline warning issued. Stowe out of the shotgun. Lipperotto on the backfield, 2 to his right, 2 to his left, 1 to his right. Takes the snap, gonna keep it, throws it over the middle for Roa. Roa catches that above his head to the 20, puts a move on, brought down at the 10. The silky smooth mitts of Drake Roa hauling that catch, put a move on the closest defender for an Irish first down. Standing 1st and 10, starting at these quick drives that we saw last week from the Irish, showing up again. 3 minutes, 20 seconds. Stowe. Screen pass out to Trifoli. Trifoli going to be brought down, fighting for more, but brought down at just about the line of scrimmage. So I tried a little screen bubble concept there. Did not work. Out comes Ross Trifoli. In comes Brody Sink. The Irish have a lot of two-way starters here. However, the one thing that they do make up for it is they've got a lot of depth. When you look at their benches, Denby has 8 players on their bench, whereas as there goes Lipperotto up to the 5, breaking a tackle, going down. They're going to call him just short.
Number 2 being Lipperotto is scared.
But as I was saying, the Irish have about 30 players on their sideline, whereas Denby has about 8. So despite having that many two-way starters, they do have plenty of depth. Ben Lipperotto takes that to the 1 for 1st and goal. Still out of the shotgun. Quarterback keeper going to be brought down, sacked. Kenneth McClinton, 22 sacks now. Unblocked there, ran pretty much as he pleased. Going to be a loss of 6. So 2nd and goal from the 7 now. Still out of the shotgun. Has 1 to his left, 2 to his right. Catula's on the line, looking like some pressure's coming. A lot of pressure coming. They're going to call an offsides on the Tars. Looked like they tried to get an early jump on the snap. Unsuccessfully. So 2nd and 7. We started at 1st and 1. Now we go to 2nd and 7. Now with that penalty, make it 2nd and 5. Sorry, 2nd and 2. Another penalty here on the Tars. It's been a little bit of a disorganized game on both sides. Irish make that 2nd and 4. Half distance to the goal line. So in the shotgun has a bunch to his right, Sink and press coverage alone to the left. Gonna flip that, They're going to call a flag here.
Another flag on the play.
Looks like it's going to be
Offsides.
another offsides on Denby. The Irish have tried that concept where they put the bunch to the right. Stowe motions 2 across. They have been called for illegal motion before. Thought it was going to be that again. However, don't believe so, although the refs are talking this one over. We're not sure. It's my understanding that it's legal. At least that move is. Fox getting the call from the official. He was out against Hudsonville Union Christian due to health reasons. Last week, he was back aided with a very large walking stick, back in full strength.
Notre Dame.
So false start on Notre Dame is going to back them up. 1st and 1, 2nd and 7, 2nd and 4, now 2nd and 9. We've had 3 plays. We're still on 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line. Stowe has 2 to the left, 3 to the left. Liparoto. Handoff left side to Liparoto. Liparoto cutting up, gets to the 5, still not going down. Going to be brought down at the 5. So fighting for more yards there is Liparoto. Not known to be the physical back for the Irish, but when given the chance, he can run and he can break a couple arm tackles. One of the fastest players I've ever laid my eyes on. Now 3rd and 6, gain of 3 by Liparoto. So out of the shotgun, one to his right, one to his left. Liparoto back in the backfield. Coming in motion is Drake Roa. Looking for Roa. Gonna dump that off to Liparoto. Liparoto puts the brakes on, dragged down just short. So in 5 plays, Ben Liparoto has been brought down at the 1-yard line twice, which isn't weird, but it's odd it happened twice. 50 seconds counting down. Irish have 4th and 1 at the 1-yard line. Subbing in the red zone merchant, Anthony Tartaglia, looking to punch this one in. Do the Irish have a tush push in their arsenal? Doesn't look like it. As Stowe is going to be out of the shotgun, 2 to his left. And Tartaglia in the backfield. Takes the snap. Hands it off the middle. Going to be fighting for more. In. Rolled through the initial tackles. Was initially contacted right at the line of scrimmage, rolling his way around in there, in for an Irish touchdown. The score is now 13-0 with a PAT on the way. As usual, Ashton Gus, your holder, Owen Fulcher, your kicker, fully recovered from that hip injury as the PAT is up. And good.
The point is good.
Owen Fulcher, like I've said, not just on his kickoffs, but on his PATs as well, has just been lacing the ball. Kicks that one way through the uprights, all the way into the parking lot. Once again, wind blowing that way. However, he's got the leg to do it. Irish lead at 14-0, 27 seconds left in the first quarter. At the end of the first quarter, I am going to be moving down towards the press box. Just kidding, I will not be. So, Kenneth McClinton, as well as, believe that is, if he turns number 7, Daron Jennings back to return, brought 2 return men out. Fulcher lights that one through the sky, fielded at the 15-yard line by Jennings. Jennings out across the 25, brought down by Brody Sink and the Irish special teams unit at the 22-yard line.
Brought down by number 7, Brody Sink, number 50, Lucas Bigelow, and number 2, Ben.
So Lucas Bigelow, Ben Liparoto, and Brody Sink combining on that tackle. 1st and 10, 21 seconds left for the Tars. They stand at their own 23-yard line. 1st and 10, 3 in the backfield, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. 1 man in motion. Going to be a Handoff brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Big Hank Henry Yules with the tackle. His 7th tackle for a loss of the season. Committed to Miami of Ohio for baseball and is also a member of the MHSAA Student Athlete Advisory Board. As the first quarter runs down, your Irish lead 14-0. Denby is going to start the second quarter with 2nd and 14 on their own 19-yard line. After that big tackle for loss by Henry Yules. The Irish defense has been getting a lot of pressure on the quarterback. Kudos to Kendrick, however. He has been very mobile, very agile, escaping these tackles and being able to make something out of seemingly nothing pretty consistently. Start of the second quarter, Irish lead 14-0, 12 minutes, fresh on the clock, 2nd and 14 from their own 19-yard line for the Detroit Denby Tars. Came in with a pretty good record, had a close victory over Southeastern last week. Irish were at that game, got some looks in, and seemed to have come out with a pretty solid game plan. 3 to the left, empty for Kendrick. Coming in motion. Coming across, followed by Ben Lippert. That's Travion Bush coming in motion. Now 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Empty. Taking the snap. Putting pressure. Throws the fade up to Bush. Wow. Oh, barely. Travion Bush covered very heavily there by Ben Lipperoto. Almost had an amazing head-top catch. However, just out of bounds. Would have been one of the most impressive catches I've seen, and I've seen some pretty impressive ones thanks to Drake Roa and Brody Sink this season. Kendrick still empty, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Alone on the right side is Trey Bush. Have some extra bodies on the O-line. Irish showing pressure here. Takes the snap. Snaps a little bit high. Gonna be thrown just high of Teron Bush. Kendrick has been getting a lot of pressure on him. Throws that one just high. 4th and 14 coming out to punt. So out to punt is Detroit Denby. Back to receive, standing at the 45-yard line, Ben Lipperoto. This is going to be the 3rd punt of the game. Denby still yet to get a first down. Punting is Malik Mobley. Takes the snap. Goes up. Nearly blocked. He's barely getting these off. Ben Lipperoto going to let that bounce. Takes a great bounce. Bounces the Irish at the Denby 40, rolls all the way out to the Irish 45. So a good punt there. Irish getting some pressure here. Just barely missing those blocked punts. First and 10 for the Irish on their own 45-yard line. The first time these Irish starters have started a possession on their own side of the field since Hudsonville Unity Christian. They did not start on their own side of the field a single time last game against the starters. Bunch to the right, 1 to the left. So trying to get him to jump off sides. Now getting the play call from the Irish sideline. Ben Lipperoto lined up. Wooden is alone to his left. Takes the snap. Looking left. Tosses it off to Roa. Roa's got some across the 50 to the 55. Oh, still going across the 40. Hurdles over a man. Brought down at about the 42-yard line. Wow. I might have overdone that a little bit. It wasn't a full hurdle. A Denby defender went low on the tackle. Roa went up and over out of bounds. First and 10 from the 37. We'll try to get a quick highlight of that later tonight. Throwing that deep to sink. It's the same play they dialed up. 10 brought down at the 6-yard line. So a play that the Irish dialed up against Traverse City St. Francis. Drake Roa comes low, mimes the bubble against the two defenders to bite there, and Sink is wide open. Just barely brought down. First and goal from the 8-yard line. 11 minutes and 15 seconds. Roa in motion. Hands it off to Liparoto. Liparoto stumbles, brought down at the line of scrimmage. Gain of about a yard. Make that 2. So now second and goal from the 5-yard line. Irish back in the red zone for their 3rd time tonight. Just kidding, not their 3rd time tonight. Well, no, this is the 3rd time of the night. The first time they had a turnover on downs. There's a handoff up the middle of Liparoto. Liparoto fighting for some more, going to be brought down just short. Trying to push him over is the Irish O-line, and it looks like they succeeded. Referees coming in to confer, and it will. Touchdown, Irish. Ben Liparoto with a 5-yard run. Stopped right at the line of the gain. Pushed over by the Irish O-line. The Irish lead 20-0. Ben Liparoto. Both running backs have a touchdown tonight. Not the first time we've seen this. On flush for the PAT. The kick is up and good. My goodness. Daron Jennings had a great jump on it, just missed. Nevertheless, the Irish lead 21-0. So a much more interesting and evenly matched game than last week was. Thanks to some great play here from Denby on defense. Something that I knew was going to be happening coming in. If you catch the pregame, this Detroit Denby defense is very, very strong. So Kenneth McClinton and Daron Jennings back to receive the kick from Owen Fulcher. 10 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the first half. Wind still blowing. Just a little. Making it just a little bit colder. It's Fulcher here to kick. And hit towards the right side, fielded by McClinton. Out across the 20, the 25 to the 30. Brought down at about the 37-yard line. It's a little bit of a lower and shorter kick there from Fulcher. The Tars are going to start at their own 37. Tars still yet to get a first down. On their last 3 possessions, they have punted all 3 times. Kendrick looking like he's going to be alone in the backfield, has 2 to his left, 1 to his right. Irish not showing as much pressure. Anthony Tartaglia doing a little shimmy step. Cornerbacks drop for the Irish. Looking like they're trying to draw the Irish off sides here. Finally taking the snap. Although they're going to call delay of game. So Denby faked the snap 4 times before Kendrick realized he needed to get one off. So 1st and 10 now, 1st and 15 standing at their own 32. Same formation, Kendrick alone in the backfield, has 2 to his left and 1 to his right. Irish showing a little more pressure here. I'm going to draw up a little more chaos. Kendrick dropping, going to be chased around, thrown in the direction of Trey Bush, caught at just about the line of gain. That's going to be a gain of about 6. So now 2nd and 8. Just under 10 minutes remaining in the first half. The sniffles heading towards me as the temperature continues to drop. We'll try to stay warm at halftime. Empty formation to the right, one to the left. Trey Bush out alone to the right, guarded by Ashton Gust. High snap. Kendrick looking for something, going to be brought down in the backfield. Henry Ewells and Brody Sink, the 2 Miami of Ohio commits, they might be committed for different sports. The charisma and chemistry is there nonetheless. Combining on that sack, going to be a loss of about 5 yards. 3rd and 13 now for the Tars. Getting the play call from the sideline. The Irish going with their typical strategy. You can't block us if we bring 7 and you have 5. Another illegal substitution called on Detroit Denby. Going to back them up even further. 3rd and 13 now looking to be a 3rd and 18 from just inside their own 30-yard line. They've pinned themselves in a lot of these 3rd and long and 4th and long situations. Haven't really given their offense the space or really capabilities needed to go out and have big plays. The Clinton has Mobley in the backfield, bunched to his right, as well as another hovering right behind the line of scrimmage. So in total, 4 to his right, 1 directly behind him. In the I formation, Irish showing some pressure here. Takes the snap, looking to pass, throws it under for Teron Bush. Breaks the tackle out across the first down, 40, escorted out of bounds. So Teron Bush gets some big chunk yards there for the Tars. That will be their first down of the game. Teron Bush with a big reception there. He has 12 receptions for 390 yards. I'm going to say he was pushed out of bounds at the Irish 36. So going towards the air as the Irish are dialing up a little more pressure are the Tars. Some new players coming on. A little bit of disarray here. So it will be Mobley in the backfield. 3 to the left. Irish dialing up some more pressure here. High snap looking. Batted down by Sink. Caught by Kendrick. And will be tackled short. Not short, behind the line of scrimmage. Correction. Batted down by Lucas Catula. Caught by Kendrick. Brought down by Brody Sink. Apologies. That was Tyree Robinson in the backfield. Not Malik Mobley. Mobley is now out as a wide receiver. 2nd and 16 at the 42-yard line. Kendrick has Robinson in the backfield now heading out towards the right side. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. They're bringing an extra man for pass protection. Kendrick is empty in the backfield. Irish getting a little ready. Sink looking like he's ready to blitz. Takes a snap, getting some pressure there. Thrown under. Brought down by Chris Artinian. Went up, blocked the pass. 3rd and 16. So Tyree Robinson went out to wide receiver. Had the ball knocked away. Timeout called by the Tars. They trail 21-0 with 7 minutes and 47 seconds left in the first half. So the Irish came out pretty strong, forcing a punt, drive all the way down, but unfortunately have a turnover on downs, force another punt before scoring on a Brody Sink bomb, 36 yards, force force another punt. Tartaglia punches one in from short to give the Irish the lead 14-0. Force another punt, and Ben Lipperotto punches another short touchdown in. As we stand right now, Denby started at their own 37, got a big first down all the way to the 36-yard line, but now stand 3rd and 16. Trying to walk around and keep myself a little warm up here as the wind just continues to pierce through. I was going to bring a balaclava, opted not to. Might not have been a bad idea. So Kendrick is going to have 2 to his left, 1 to his right, and 1 in the backfield. Make that empty in the backfield, going to have 1 extra on the line. So 2 stacked to his left. On 3rd and 16, need something big here if they want to keep this drive going. Irish showing a little blitz. Some extra pass protection lined up. Gonna get some penetration. Rolling out to his right is Kendrick, looking for anything. Escorted out of bounds by Jack Williams. So that's gonna be a loss of about 3, making it 4th and 19. Jack Williams and the rest of the Irish D-line getting some pressure there, forcing Kendrick out of bounds. They are going to punt. So after a big play there from Teron Bush to give the Tars their first down of the game, they will end up punting. Back at his own 10 is Ben Lipperotto. Malik Mobley here to kick, the sophomore. Played a little bit of quarterback, but Christopher Kendrick took over that job. Kick is up. Blocked. Rolling at the 50-yard line. Trying to bring it up out of bounds. Henry Eels went for it, was knocked out of bounds. Ashton Gus getting penetration there on the punt. So something we saw coming. The Irish getting a block on that punt, setting themselves up at their own 49. Their own 49-yard line is where Sam Stowe and the rest of the Irish offense stand. Katula to his right on the line. Stowe has 2 to his right, 1 to his left. Sink press coverage to the left. We'll see if Stowe goes that way. He's looking right. Dumps it off for Lipperotto. Lipperotto has Katula blocking for him. Breaks the tackle out across the 50 to the 55. Still not brought down. Brought down finally at the 42-yard line. Tyree Robinson there making the tackle. Running back and cornerback. 2nd and 1 for the Irish, now standing at the 42-yard line. So takes a snap, takes a handoff, throw across the middle to Roa. False start called on the Irish.
False start, Notre Dame.
So it looked like it was going to be a quick slant first down to Roa. Instead, false start on the Irish. Going to bring him back 5 yards. That is crazy. There's some chairs up here that did not get taken down through the rain, so they are all just filled with water. So 2nd and 6 for the Irish, just under 7 minutes. Stowe has 3 to his left, 1 to his right. Sink is alone to his right. Has Lipperotto in the backfield on his left hip. Takes the snap, looking left, throws across the middle to Katula, not going to be caught. Converging on Katula was Doron Jennings, the junior. Not to be confused with Doron Jennings Jr., but Doron Jennings, class of 2027. Got some quick contact in there on Lucas Katula to break up that pass. 3rd and 6. Stowe has 2 to his left, 1 to his right. Whidden is alone to the right. Roa and Sink to the left, Katula on the line. Takes the snap. Looking left. Throwing over the middle to Roa. Roa breaks the tackle at the 30 to the 35, 20, 15, 10. Touchdown, Irish! Caught a quick slant there from Stowe. Breaks an arm tackle and has just wide open grass ahead of him. So some conversation between the refs right now. Not sure what it could be about. Flag on the play, though. Unsportsmanlike conduct. I guess it's unsportsmanlike conduct on the Irish. Gonna bring the PAT back just a little bit. Irish currently lead at 27-0. 6 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the first half. Gus the holder, Fulcher the kicker. The snap is down, the kick is up. Good. Owen Fulcher punches the PAT through, his fourth PAT of the day. My goodness. Drake Bowe with that touchdown now has 16 on the season. Explanation on that call there from the refs.
Let's give it up for Notre Dame Prep Marching Band.
So Notre Dame Prep Marching Band getting some recognition, doing fantastic as always. Back to receive. Fox still engaging in conversation with the referees on that penalty call.
Let's give it up for Notre Dame sideline cheer.
The kick from Fulcher getting backed up due to the unsportsmanlike conduct call. Back to receive again. Daron Jennings and Kenneth McClinton.
Notre Dame Prep Dance Team. To kick for Notre Dame, number 88, Fulcher. Back to receive.
Fulcher here to kick.
Kenneth McClinton.
And as the student section still moving around with plenty of students, my own question is, why would you ever buy a shorter jacket? Like the short puffy jackets make no sense to me because I feel like the purpose of a jacket is to keep you warm. But if you cut off half a foot of it, I feel like you're losing a lot of warmth there. So some food for thought. Like we're getting more discussion on what's going on between the referees and the Denby coaching staff this time, just transferring the message. Fulcher here standing at the 25-yard line to kick. Fulcher left-footed, kicking it away to Kenneth McClinton and Daron Jennings as there's a big kick unloaded. Fielded by Jennings at the 20-yard line, out across the 25 to the 30 to the right side. Still going to the 40, 45 across midfield, brought down by the Irish at the 45. Flag on the play. Luca Bologna there on the tackle. Flag on the play will get the call very quickly. Six minutes, 15 seconds left in the first half. Referees talking over the call here. Still engaging in conversation. We're still waiting on a call. Irish lead 28-0, 6 minutes, 15 seconds. Illegal block in the back called on the Tars. As I am just now realizing I forgot to change the caption. We are not playing Gibraltar Carlson, we are playing Detroit Denby. Apologies for that mishap on my end. So back in The Tars up.
Setting up shot at 47.
We're across midfield, now standing at the 47. Kendrick standing in the shotgun. Robinson come out. They're going to call a false start on Denby. The motion seemed to mess with the O-line just a little bit. So now backed up already on the legal block in the back. Now back another 5 yards on the false start. 1st and 15 from the 42. Find it astonishing that I am wearing 2 layers of socks and yet somehow my feet are still colder. Kendrick takes a snap. Under pressure, brought, still not down. Sink had him, looking for anything, throws it out of bounds. And Max Robin cannot make the catch. That's the one chance you have if you're on the sideline. If they're throwing the ball to you, you got to make that catch. Not happening. So Brody Sink had immediate pressure, shot out of a cannon. Just barely getting away from that tackle was Kendrick. Irish getting a lot of pressure here on punts like we saw on the block. And now getting even more on the quarterback. Looks like they're going to call something. Not sure what the call is, but now it's going to be a 1st and 20. Did not get a call there. They're going to replay the first down. Kendrick has 3 to his left and 1 to his right. Robinson in the backfield. Out of the shotgun, Christopher Kendrick had 1 real big play. Other than that, pretty uneventful. Out of the shotgun, taking some time here. Irish looking like they're going to bring a blitz. They do. Getting pressures, Lucas Couture chasing Kendrick, lofts that one up. Going to be caught by Teron Bush. Looked like there was some insane holding on Ashton Gust. Going to be offensive pass interference. At least I'd hope. We'll see what the call is. It looked like Teron Bush dragged Gus to the ground. As it stands, it's going to be another big catch. Getting the call now are the referees. And it's going to stand. However, a flag is down over here near the previous line of scrimmage. Looks like they have not spotted the flag yet. Now they have. So more than likely going to be offsetting penalties here. So ineligible man downfield called on Detroit Denby. Pass interference called on Ashton Gust. A lot of hand fighting there. I guess they're going to say that Gusto pushed a little too much on Bush. Penalties offset. So we're going to play 1st and 20 for a 3rd time. So the ineligible man downfield wipes away what would be a very big play for the Tars. They're now back at their own 37-yard line. If that pass play did stand, they would have been sitting at the 30. Christopher Kendrick has done a great job avoiding these tackles and just throwing up these passes, giving his receivers one-on-one opportunities. It's worked a couple times. The Irish hopefully trying to turn that down a little. Has 1 in the backfield, 3 to his left and 1 to his right. If I'm the Irish, I'm having Roa line up on Bush. He's a very tall player. They're going to send pressure. Brody Sink runs the blind side on Kendrick, threw that in the direction of Darren Jennings. Drake Rowe with the coverage thrown over the head. 2nd and 20. So after starting with 18 viewers and dwindling around back down to 1, but I still would like to thank everybody for tuning in. I'm Augie Villawan, giving you guys live coverage of your NDP athletics. The Irish lead 28-0, 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Robinson in the backfield, one to the right, one to the left for Kendrick. Snap. Under pressure, thrown immediately. That is up. Off the fingertips of Trey Bush. Almost intercepted by Ashton Gust. And Kendrick has been under pressure almost constantly today. It's giving me flashbacks to that game, the national championship game between Michigan and Washington, where Penix was just getting hits, brought down seemingly every single play. 3rd and 20 now. Whew. It's getting to the point where my body's cold to the point where my joints are very slow. Trying to move around a little bit to keep myself agile. Robinson in the backfield along with Kendrick. One to the right, one to the left. Irish showing blitz. High snap. Throws over the middle. Thrown in the direction of Darren Jennings. Way ahead of him. Coming back out is the punt squad. So penalties have really been hurting Detroit Denby today. They've had a couple plays, really big plays, wiped out by those. Toes getting a little frosty here now. Out to punt, Malik Mobley. Chip back to receive, Ben Liparoto. Long snap, kick is up, almost blocked. Gonna roll way past. Bounce to the 35, rolling to the 20. Is it gonna get there? To the 21. So the Irish will start at their own 21-yard line. Their worst field position today. Irish offense has scored on every possession except their first, where they got down to the 7-yard line. Stowe takes the snap out of the shotgun, looking left, lofts that one up for Sink, nearly caught. Would have been a great over-the-shoulder grab, just off the fingertips for Sink. Tyree Robinson there on coverage. 2nd and 10 for the Irish, but they have started all over the field so far today. Have scored on all but one possession, not including this one. As Stowe's going to have 2 to his left, 1 to his right. Sink alone to the right. The defender about 5 yards off of him. We'll see if they throw the loft up. Stowe looking towards Sink. Going to toss that over the middle to Sink. Batted down. Darren Jennings with the pass breakup there. He leads Denby in interceptions with 5. So very dangerous cover, man. Although one player who has been pretty quiet recently is Kenneth McClinton. Jack Williams drew the matchup on him, has been covering that pretty well today. Stowe is empty, has 3 to his left, 2 to his right. Out of the shotgun. Takes a snap. Drops back, got some pressure, throws it up for Sink. Sink gonna catch that with a toe tap grab. They're gonna say he is just short of the first down by about a toenail.
That is a first down.
Never mind, they're giving the first down to him. So ignore me. Brody Sink with a great toe tap grab there, showing why he is a 3-star talent committed to a Division I university. Irish trying to get the Tars to jump off sides, as Stowe has a bunch to his right, 1 to his left, and 1 in the backfield. That is Tartaglia, Whidden alone to the left. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looking. Gonna be brought down, and then throwing McClinton down. McClinton throws down Jack Fallon. Going to be a call on McClinton. Got pressure.
He did choke slam him a little bit.
So some frustration starting to show for the Tars. Face mask called on Detroit Denby.
Automatic first down.
Automatic first down for the Irish. Stowe was in the throwing motion. Head was ripped back. So looks like the call will not be on the face mask, but rather, or not be on the unsportsmanlike conduct, but rather the face mask, as the referee is going to decide where the ball is going to end up. So some sarcastic cheers coming from the Irish fans. So the referee is going to take that 15 yards. Irish now stand at their own 45. So a little bit of confusion here, as we've seen in the past couple of games for referees, but they're an integral part of our game. We're losing a lot of them due to unruly fans and players, so their impact on the game cannot be understated. Stowe has two to his left, one to his right, hands it off up the gut to Tartaglia. Tartaglia out across the right side, breaks a tackle, rolls through another, 30, 25, 20, one behind him, one man to beat, touchdown, Irish! Anthony Tartaglia, 55 yards. And again, he wears that 44 with pride. As a Syracuse fan, 44 has a very deep meaning for me. As a sports fan all around, when you look at Cam Scattaboo, you gotta say, the way Tartaglia plays looks a lot like him. Those 55 yards for the touchdown is second of the game. After the PAT is Fulcher. The snap, the hold, the kick. Good. Fulcher punches that one through. 35-0 Irish. So Denby still scoreless. Their offense averaging 30.9 points per game. Starting to run out of paper here because the Sharpie takes up about 3 lines. However, we've got plenty of notebook to work with, so that is the least of my worries. A little chilly here on this November evening. In other news, Predator Badlands is out today, so we're gonna try and watch that sometime this weekend. I'm a big fan of the Predator movies. I really like sci-fi. I loved Aliens. Horror-esque movies are right up my alley. Tartaglia on a knee on the sideline, just looking a little tired. Fulcher here to kick back. McClinton and Jennings. The kick from Fulcher, end over end. Gonna bounce at the 20-yard line, fielded at the 15 by McClinton, out to the 25 before being brought down, slung down at the 28-yard line by the Irish special teams. They all converged on that tackle, did a great job bringing him down before he could get some extra daylight. As on comes the Irish defense. Held Hazel Park scoreless the entire game so far, looking to do the same against the Tars as the Irish lead at 35-0, 4 minutes, 30 seconds left in the first half. Again, I'm Augie Villawan here with NDP Athletics Broadcasting, giving you guys live coverage of as many NDP sports as I can. Next week, we will be going out to the Detroit Skate Club to cover the North Oakland Eagles in some of their matchups, so starting to mix it up a little bit, as Kendrick has one in the backfield, one to his right, one to his left. Takes a snap, looking to pass, throws to Bush, but putting a nice hit on him there was Tartaglia, looking like he knocked the wind out of him. Still down.
Official timeout.
So Teron Bush, he's done a lot for this Detroit Denby team. Took a punishing hit from Anthony Tartaglia, really showing us his physicality. Looking like he just got the wind knocked out of him. Coming out is athletic trainer Chris Polsinelli, though already off the field is Teron Bush. So this Denby team, pretty light on subs. They get the first down there, so they now stand at their own 42-yard line. Conferring here again are the officials. Looking like the Tars are going to have the same formation, one on the backfield. Flag on the play. So going to call that on the Irish, saying they need to wrap. I heard the referee tell Coach Pat Fox they need to wrap up tackles as opposed to going for hit sticks. Coach Fox not pleased with that call. It didn't seem like there was any malicious intent there from Anthony Tartaglia, just trying to stop him, put the shoulder into his stomach, but nonetheless, Irish can be penalized for it. Same formation, Kendrick has Robinson in the backfield, one to his right, one to his left. In the shotgun, takes the snap, showing pressure on the Irish, throws it under, and breaks the tackle, but Jack Williams surprisingly out in coverage, or out, that is to Trey Bush. Jack Williams makes the tackle there.
Jack Williams.
2nd and 1 now for the Tars, starting to get another good drive going. They had one going before the penalty. Same formation, one on each side of Kendrick. Irish going to jump there. So getting a little chippy here between both teams. Some mind games going on both sides. The Irish just being a little less disciplined. Going to get a first down for Denby, now sitting at the 29-yard line for the Irish. And a first down. Same formation, one on each side of Kendrick, one in the backfield, out of the shotgun. And it looks like there's going to be a false start called on the wide receiver, Doron Jennings. Heard the first clap, gave a little jump. So one of the more cut and dry false starts you're going to see. I could see it all the way from up here. So they're going to march Denby back 5 yards, now standing at the 34. A couple penalties already coming for Denby. Looking a little dicey. Same formation. Looks like this might just be their bread and butter for the rest of the game. Although this time, Tyree Robinson on the right side now goes to the left side of Kendrick out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. Irish showing pressure. Throws that one up. Looking. Caught by Jennings at the 12. And a first down. So that's their third first down of the drive. Starting to get a real drive going here. The Irish going to need to lock it down on defense just a little more. And again, Kendrick doing a great job of passing off all this pressure and just heading it down. Although it looks like there's going to be a penalty called. Too many men on the field on Denby. So Christopher Kendrick getting very vocally angry with the player committing that foul. That's number 10, Demarion Pruitt. Looked like he hit him in the helmet, so frustration starting to mount for the Tars. Just under 3 minutes left in the first half. They trail by 35. So they're going to need to get a score because the Irish are going to get the football back. Bunch to the right, one behind the bunch. Robinson back in the backfield, Kendrick out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, under pressure, rolling out to his right, going to dump that off to Teron Bush, going to be dragged out of bounds.
The pass needed to number 3, Terry Bush.
Lucas Bigelow making the tackle there,
Fourth
pushing him
down
out of bounds.
By number 50, Lucas Bigelow.
If I'm the Irish, one thing that I might start thinking about doing is cutting down the blitzes just a little bit and going a little into more focused on coverage. We haven't seen really any run plays so far today. Lots of pass plays coming from this Tars offense led by Chris Kendrick. So bunch to the left, one to the right of Kendrick. Tyree Robinson in the backfield. Robinson out of the gun. Takes the snap. Looking to his right. Throws up the fade ball to Bush. Going to be way overthrown through the end zone. 3rd and 10. Standing at the Irish 11.
We'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Starting to get a little warmer. Not by much. 3rd and 10. Big 3rd down here. No doubt in my mind that the Tars will go for it, since they do need some quick offense. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 1 in the backfield for Kendrick. Out of the gun. Takes the snap. Looking right. Gonna run out to the right. Gonna go out of bounds. No gain on the play. Pressure on him there by big Henry Ewells.
Fourth out of bounds by number 10, Drake. Run.
Score is 35-0 Irish. 2 minutes, 35 seconds left in the game.
Fourth down.
Like, will they go for this? They're subbing some players out. Not sure. Haven't seen their kickoff unit yet, so no clue whether they're kicking it or not. Sorry, not kickoff. 3 in the backfield. Timeout called. So staring down 4th and 12 in the Irish defense. Nothing going. Gonna reevaluate. Are the Tars. So we got 2 minutes, 36 seconds left in the first half. Irish lead it 35-0. Denby elected to receive the kick after winning the toss. So the Irish will get the ball to start the second half. Gonna try to get a quick stop here and hopefully drive downfield, get some quick points before they head into the locker room at halftime. 4th and 11 for the Tars, still scoreless. Started at their own 29-yard line, drove all the way down to the Irish 13. So 3 in the backfield, 2 to the right, 1 to the left of Kendrick. Looks like they have a fullback and a running back. Fullback in there is number 52. Dante Akra with Demarion Pruitt lined up as well. Bush and Jennings to the right. Trey Bush to the left. Kendrick looking up, throws over the head, gonna be a turnover on downs. So Irish defense there making good coverage, getting pressure on Kendrick, forcing a bad throw, and a turnover on downs gives the Irish the ball back, sitting at their own 14-yard line with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the game. Sam Stowe in this Irish offense trying to run a quick 2-minute drill to try to get some points before heading into the half, where they will receive the kick to start. Stowe has 3 to his left, 1 to his right, coming in motion. Hands that off up the middle to Liparoto. Liparoto's got a gap. Going to be brought down after a gain of about 7. So the one thing that you see a lot with these Irish running backs is their explosiveness off the line of scrimmage. Once they get their feet going and start going downhill, they're hard to stop. 1 to the right, 1 to the left. Another handoff to Liparoto. Liparoto cuts up, makes a move, runs over a man for the first down. Ooh-wee. Ben Liparoto lowered the shoulder there.
Tyree Robinson, but not before. Notre Dame first down.
Irish in full hurry-up offense now. Empty for Stowe out of the shotgun. 3 to his right, 2 to his left. Kachula is lined up on the line of scrimmage. takes the snap. Catula in pass protection. Looking, got plenty of time. Lost that one up in the direction of Lipperoto. Just overthrown. Was throwing into double coverage while Lipperoto was covered by Tyree Robinson. So 2nd and 10. So Darren Jennings and Tyree Robinson both in the vicinity there. Lipperoto going to come off. In is Anthony Tartaglia. Second and 10 from the Irish 29-yard line. Sam Stowe has 2 to his left, 1 to his right. Alone is Sink. Sink running across the formation. Throw across the middle. That is intercepted. Running it back to the 20. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Darren Jennings with the interception there. That is only Stowe's 3rd of the season. Darren Jennings gets his 6th interception. And Denby is going to have great field position with 1:41 remaining. Stowe's had a little bit of a problem with staring down receivers. Read very well there by Darren Jennings to get the interception. Went hip on hip with Roa there, won the battle. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. 3 in the backfield. Kendrick drops back, looking under some pressure there from Catula. Still under pressure. Catula breaks the tackle from Catula. Henry Yules swamps him and brings him down.
Brought out in the backfield by number 72, Henry.
Henry Yules with the sack. 3rd sack of the season, 1st of the game. 2nd tackle for a loss of the game is 8th on the season. 2nd and long, 2nd and 15 for the Tars. Same game plan here for the Irish. 1:10 counting down. Try to shut them down here, get some points before you go in at half. Same formation, 2 to the right, 1 to the left, 3 in the backfield for the Tars. Irish looking like they're stopping, sending the heavy blitz, looking to just prevent here as the pressure is getting to Kendrick regardless. Throws it across, caught to Jennings, brought down just short of the line to gain. Going to make that 3rd and 1, gain of 14. Going to say he was not brought down he did not get out of bounds. Clock running under 30 seconds. Hurry up offense here for the Tars. Same formation, 2 right, 1 left, 3 backfield. 3rd and 2, Kendrick looking to the left side, pulls one down. Being chased, still being chased, dragged down. Looks like he's going to get the 1st down just barely.
Let's
bring him down there was Lucas Catula.
Number 50, Lucas Bigelow.
Bigelow and Catula. Bigelow coming all the way across the formation. 8 seconds. Clock now running. I don't think the Tars are going to get this playoff in time. 3 seconds, 2, 1. Take the snap. Going to get one off right before the end. Kendrick running around. Still doesn't have anything. Flagged down on the play. Still running. Doesn't have anything. Throwing to the end zone. Broken up. Ashton Gust making a great play there. His 2nd big pass breakup of the half. Irish lead it 35-0 at the end of the 1st half. So I'm Augie Villalon. Thank you so much for tuning in to the NDP Athletics Broadcasting 1st half coverage. We'll be back in about 15 with the 2nd half.